Hi everyone, so today's reading is all about how can you navigate your anxiety or your stressful situation in life right now. You can get your message by choosing one of these two piles, the pile number 1 here with this card and pile number 2 here with this card. You can find the timestamps of your readings in the description box below. Take a pause, take a deep breath, release, and pick one of the two cards, and I will see you there for your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If this is the card that you chose, it is the Nine of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card and a beautiful message. Anything that is stressing you out right now is making you feel anxious. Know that the way for you to navigate it is to know that this is only making you stressed because it is very important for you. I feel like with this person with the white bird and the white clothes that she's wearing, it is something that is really, really important to you. That is why it's giving you a lot of stress and it's making you feel anxious because you're thinking about the future. As she's raising her hands above, I feel like in the future there is sense freedom that this particular thing is going to bring to you, and that is why it is making you feel stressful, making you feel stressed and making you feel anxious. But don't worry, let's see what the cards tell us as to how you can navigate it. So I'm going to keep this card here. Let's see how at the level of your emotions you can navigate this stress or this anxiety which you're feeling about this particular thing. Okay, so the first card is the Three of Cups, then it's Seven of Pentacles, and then it's Knight of Swords. This is for your emotions. And I want to see what you can do to navigate it at the level of your mind. So I feel like anxiety, anxiousness is like an emotion, and the stress here is of the mind. So both of them you feel in the body. So let's see the level of the mind. How can you deal with the stress? How can you navigate the stress? Say Six of Pentacles. Getting the Ace of Swords, and I want to pick this card out, Ace of Cups. I didn't want to take any of them in reverse. So yeah, now let's see how you can navigate it. So when it comes to the anxiety that you're feeling, the emotions that you're feeling, I feel like you can really take the support from friends. You can really take support from your family to try and have small little snippets of happy moments, because in the present moment when you're feeling stressed about the future, you do something in the present moment so that you can pull yourself out of the energy of the future. If in the moment you're feeling happiness and joy, you feel it fully, even if it happens, say for example 1 hour today and 1 hour today and 1 hour next week, it's fine, because in that present moment you're gonna feel free from that anxiousness or that emotion. So make sure that maybe you can do like a weekly thing or like an alternate day thing, or doing something with your friends and family that makes you feel connected, makes you feel loved, makes you feel safe, which is really going to help you with your anxiousness about this future thing that means a lot to you. The second way that you can deal with this anxiousness and these emotions is by working on finer details of the work that you're doing with this thing that is valuable for you. So when you work on the finer details, you get so absorbed in the present moment with the work that you're doing. And when it's for a valuable thing, it comes from a space of love, and it's not really distracting yourself from the emotion. So like you are not doing it because you want to distract yourself from the anxiety. You are doing it because you love this thing, and this is the focus. The anxiety is not the trigger for you to do this. You're doing this because you want to do this in the present moment. So if you do that in the present moment, you do it from a space of love, you get absorbed in it. You will realize the fruits of it that probably you might get on a daily basis, or in the future, on any day and time or any week. You will realize how it makes you feel so safe about the future of this valuable thing. Third thing is the Knight of Swords, which is telling you the way that you can navigate this emotion is by knowing that you have Godspeed, Godspeed by your side, or people are wishing you Godspeed because of the actions that you're taking, because of the thoughts that you have, because of the energy that you're doing, whatever you're doing it with for this valuable thing. So believe and have faith. So the emotion of faith is going to really counter that emotion of anxiety that you're feeling because you're stressed about what if, what will happen, what next. It is going to really ease you from a space of uncertainty to a certainty that you have in the present moment, with the faith, the emotion of faith and belief that you have in maybe a higher power, maybe God, maybe in time, how time plays a part in bringing you the things in the most unexpected and beautiful of ways. So see in the present moment how such energies of faith can make you feel certain rather than uncertain, which is making you feel anxious. This is for your emotions. And now let's see for your mind, what can you do about the stresses that you're feeling besides, alongside the anxiety for this particular thing that is so valuable to you. Six of Pentacles. So I feel like when it comes to the mind, do one thing at a time. Think of one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. Again, there's an aspect of the Pentacles here, and there's Pentacles here. So I feel like maybe this is related to your work. So for some of you, it must be that. So doing one thing at a time, thinking of one thing at a time, really like taking a breath between those thoughts that you have, even taking a pause between one thought to the other, or trying to do that, trying to take a deep breath in, deep breath out between every task that you do, between every meal that you have, is going to be really, really, really helpful for you to ease that stress out, because your breath will regulate your nervous system. Your oxygen is going to travel to your brain, really going to lower those cortisol levels for you. The second one for your mind is Ace of Swords. Think of different ways of thinking. Like think my father told me this once, that think how not to overthink. So if you overthink, think how not to overthink. That is what is going to help you put your thinking in the right space or the right direction, which is to tackle the things that are actually causing you stress. So if you want to overthink about something, is you can overthink about your stress from the space of how can you not feel stressed, is how you will be enlightened to understand how your mind is actually creating this stressful situation to help you navigate your stress, or to learn more about how you can cope and deal with the stress and not be so stressed when you're doing something out of a space of love, which is your work here. Third aspect is the Ace of Cups, which is again the aces here, a lot of newness, new perspectives, new opportunities. So here when it comes to the cups, here is the heart and the emotions. So even though we are talking about the aspect of your mind works hand in hand with the heart. If your mind does not, know that if it starts working in amalgamation with the heart, from the heart center, from compassion, from a space of empathy with heart resonance, your mind will expand so much more, your heart will expand so much more, that there will be so many opportunities and so much love that is automatically going to reduce the stress that you're feeling. Because the stress that you're feeling is because right now your brain is this much size, your heart is this much size, and there's so much to do, which is burdening you, and there's a lot that's going on. But once you work rather on tackling the work situation and the things that you're supposed to do, but rather on focusing on how you can expand your mind and heart so that it can encompass all the things that you do. Anyways, you're not going to feel stressed about it. This is the analogy that is coming to my head right now for you to deal with your stress. So I really hope it was a short, crisp reading for you to navigate your stresses and anxiety in the present moment. This was your reading, pile number 1. I hope this helps. In the description box below, if you want to give something back to me, you can. You can also follow me on my social media. You can reach out to me for a one-on-one reading or for other services that I offer. Thank you so much. See ya. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose this pile, then this is your card and your reading for how you can navigate your anxiety and stress. We've got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is telling me how something that you're anxious about is related to the kind of clarity that you need, the kind of strength that you need in your life, the kind of thoughts that are really going to motivate you towards doing the things that you want to do, and the kind of wisdom that you need to operate from when it comes to different situations in your life. The person is really in a space of contemplation and has support from all ends to help him gain the clarity that it needs. So maybe this is entirely about different ways in which you can gain clarity about your life with kind of resources that you have. Maybe that is exactly what is causing you to feel anxious and feel stressed. This is life in general, and things specifically which need sense clarity, which need sense support. So that is what is making you feel anxious and stressed. So let's see how we can navigate this and address it. So let's see first at the level of the emotions, or and here anxiousness is like an emotion. So let's see how at the level of the emotions you can deal with the anxiety. Got Queen of Swords, got Two of Wands, and we've got Queen of Wands. So these are the 3 ways in which you can emotionally deal with your anxiety. We're gonna see how you can deal with your stress at the level of your mind, your thoughts. 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. I feel like taking this one out. 2 of Wands. We've got 2 of Wands twice. Interesting. Maybe it's interrelated, the anxiety and stress here for those 2 things. So firstly, when it comes to your emotions, the way that you can deal with your anxiety is, again, the King of Swords is about clarity. Here, this Queen of Swords is also about clarity. Getting emotional clarity, in the sense feeling clear, is important for you. Feeling that I'm not confused, feeling that I'm a clear-headed person, feeling clear in your emotions is going to make you feel certain. Uncertainty here, the not knowing here, is causing the confusion and is causing the anxiety for you. So having clarity in your emotions about how you really feel when it comes to what is it that you need clarity about, tapping into your heart for it, because your heart knows what it wants. It has the clarity. The mind sometimes complicates things with saying that, okay, I don't know, um, making that aspect of uncertainty pop in, then the heart feeling anxious. So, if you in your energy feel that I know, I have, I am, I can, those feelings of clarity, those feelings of abundance, those feelings of knowing, it will really, really help you navigate your head here, and in general, your sense of anxiousness that you feel about your future. Secondly, with the Two of Wands here, I feel like emotionally, if you focus on one thing at a time, it is really going to help you. Like when it comes to your anxiety, sometimes anxiety brings different friends along with it. Friends like anxiety might bring stress along with it. Anxiety might bring nausea along with it. Anxiety might bring tears along with it. Anxiety might bring panic along with it. So when it comes to all of these emotions that you feel alongside anxiety, that anxiety brings on the table because of, say, set uncertainty or confusion, you can tackle those emotions one at a time, slowing it all down for yourself. In that moment when you're feeling it, slowing it down as well, it's going to give you space. You are going to create more space for yourself so that you can feel safe wherever you are at in the present moment, so that you can calm down your anxiety, and all of these other things that come along with it will also be given space to be felt, to be heard, to be seen, so that you understand what is it that they're trying to tell you about you, that you are not clear about in your head and in your heart. But it all originates from your heart. The safety will originate from your heart first, which is going to convince the mind that, hey, mind, you are safe. Don't stress out. Don't create so many friends. It's fine. I am going to. And even if you do, I accept it, I embrace it. I am going to create more space of it in my heart, because my heart is big. So, as big as this globe. When it comes to your emotions to deal with anxiety, you can also tap into the energies. So, both queens are here, right? So, you can again tap into the energies of joy. With this sunflower, I see joy. With this cat, I see an element of being in touch with animals. I see an aspect of yellow here. So anything that makes you happy, if you tap into that in the present moment, even say looking around you and saying that there are 5 things that I see that are making me smile right now, or maybe what can I just watch in this present moment that is going to make me laugh. Maybe you can save like a few videos on your phone which are only for making you laugh. Sometimes laughter is the best medicine. It really will help you move. It will really anchor you in the present moment. It will make you forget about other things. So maybe that is what is going to be helpful here for you to cope with your anxiety. And sometimes laughing can heal also. It heals your heart. So maybe that will happen too for you. Let's see at the level of your mind, how can you be less stressed out? Count your achievements. Count your victories. Count your successes. Because maybe your failures are what are making you feel stressed in your head. Maybe there's something that you need to gain clarity about, that you are navigating around, but you haven't yet gotten it because of whatever reason. which is causing stress and anxiety, the counter of it is going to be count your victories, count your successes, find some clarity maybe in the examples that you have set for yourself in your successes and victories. That is really going to make your mind feel elated on a pedestal, how it is good and good enough. Might help you with your stress. Let's see, the second point here is with the Six of Pentacles. I see it's about doing one thing at a time. With the sigh that I just gave out, it felt like you're doing a lot at a time, a lot in a go. Maybe doing one thing at a time, picking one thought at a time in your head to navigate around, picking one confusion at a time. Again, an aspect of slowing things down. You are making space, a bigger space. But when you make a bigger space, that is when you're building a bigger capacity. That is when you can do a lot of things together. But right now, when you don't have clarity and your capacity is smaller, so do things according to the space that you have. If you do more than that, you're going to feel exhausted. It's going to be hectic. It is going to be stressful for your mind. It's very normal. That is how your stress is telling you that, okay, ease it out, buddy, on me. My mind is telling me, or your mind is telling you, ease it down, buddy. So the third thing, Two of Wands. I feel here with this girl not having one of the wands here in her hand, but in fact being at the back with the fairy lights here hanging on the top. I feel like there's an element of you thinking about one thing only to get the clarity that you need. So you are holding on to one thing that you need clarity about, maybe, and not focusing on the other. Sometimes if you focus only on one thing and keep focusing on that, my mom used to say that if you're not able to answer a particular question, then move to the next question and then come back to the first one later. So maybe this is a situation like that. Maybe you are confused about something and you need clarity about something, you want to contemplate on something, you have the resources. Maybe it's the resources that you're questioning and you need clarity about. So for that, if you cannot figure out that one confusion right now that you need clarity upon, maybe move on to the next thing and then come back to this one later. Maybe that will be helpful. You compartmentalizing, you segregating, you seeing what is my strength right now, what is doable right now, and what is not. This is the way that you very smartly learn how to deal with your stresses also. I want to see what is it that is stressing me out right now. Can I deal with this right now, or can I come back to it later? Let me do something else that might not be stressful for me. Or maybe the second thing that I'm going to choose to do does stress me too, but maybe not as much as that. So, but maybe my strength right now is only to deal with this much amount of stress, not this much. I'm going to focus on this much first, build my capacity, and then go back to that one. So you can do that. You can prioritize and navigate between the stresses. I really hope this reading helps you, pile number 2. It was a short reading. In the description box below, if this reading helped you, you can tap on my social media link. You can give back something to me. There's different services that I offer. You can reach out to me for like a one-on-one session. I really hope that you can heal and navigate and cope your anxiety in the best of possible ways. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of safety for you to feel within your own body and your mind and your emotions. See ya.